What is a serigraph? A serigraph is a silk screen print. The word serigraph means drawing on silk, and you form your stencil on the silk and print through that stencil. So you're printing through the silk onto a piece of paper. There are several methods of forming the stencil. There is the process of gluing the silk. You apply the glue with a brush onto the silk. When the glue dries, it closes up the mesh of the silk, and that means that any area that you have painted with glue does not allow the paint to go through. Then the same thing can be achieved by paper. If you tear or cut a piece of paper, a shape from a piece of paper, and adhere that to the back of your screen, that also prevents the paint from going through in certain areas. And then as you lower the screen, which has been prepared in one of these fashions, over the piece of paper and run your paint pushed by the squeegee across the screen, the squeegee forces the paint through all the open available spots, whether they're left open by the absence of paper or the absence of glue. And those are the areas which print. What makes you decide to glue or to cut or tear? I think you decide. You have some end in view. For example, you may want to print some words, and you may want the words in this situation to be very rough. So the obvious thing to do is to use a brush, because a brush immediately gives you a rough feeling. Or if your aim is to get something which is very precise, you would take a paper and a pair of scissors and start cutting. Or you might want to do a great big huge simple shape, and you just kind of instinctively feel that to tear a piece of paper would get you that more directly than any other way. Or there is the decision to use rough paper and see what will happen. So you can be led either by the end or the process. You have a kind of trust in the process that almost anything you do will have possibilities.